Although Webster herself is offering another interview with a deer sniffing her. That's kind of a weird one, but I guess something out there likes her. It just, has to be non-sentient wildlife creatures. But Dakota Johnson can't fake it. Well, that's an interesting way of saying that she has the personality of a frying pan. Dakota Johnson, and also the physique, isn't very online. Yeah, for very good reason, but she's sometimes tempted. I occasionally think of something or say something I feel would be really great on Twitter. Oh, just what we need. Another airhead on social media. She's probably right. Johnson has just wrapped a 2-week press tour for Madam Web. Oh my God, variously. Oh, that was variously called chaotic, unhinged, and refreshingly honest. Interesting. Yeah, but I thought it being refreshingly honest, her in so many veiled ways telling you that the movie was terrible. That was a conspiracy theory. She kind of had the virality. Can be studied, and to be clear, it's not. I live way out by the beach, out in Malibu, she says of her personal life with her partner. Whole place, Chris Martin, her partner. Ugh, I need to be in nature. I need to be out of my house and not see or speak to another human for days on end, and I feel wonderful. I can relate to her on that. It's just, you're an actress. Not exactly conducive, but okay, cool. We're here to discuss what Johnson does in some of those days at her house. Read, on March 1st, she launched her very own book club. Frankly, I don't care about that because she said some interesting stuff about Madam Web that has taken the internet by storm, is trending quite a bit, and people, you guys seem to have really short memories and aren't exactly being all of that congruent in adhering to principles. But hey, what do I expect? It's a woman. She said something relatively based, and of course all the trad cucks and simps are just gonna go, oh my God, she's one of us. Your need for approval from the masses is sickening. She's already predicting the potential aftermath of today's conversation, like Dakota Johnson breaks her silence on Madam Web's box office failure. She says, laughing, it's like, no, I'm not breaking any silence. I'm just talking. Oh my God. Part of the appeal of books. Oh, she's still talking about her stupid book club. I don't care. I don't need your fiction recommendations. The last 2 weeks, talking about the press tour. Okay, speeding up a little bit. Last 2 weeks have been weird. A lot has happened since I saw you playing with baby animals on the set of the shoot. Yeah, I had the LA premiere for Madam Web and then went to Mexico City. I had pneumonia and was on steroids and a nebulizer doing all these little things. Well, that kind of sucks. And it was really, really sick. I felt horrible. I looked horrible and I was like, ugh. And it's like, I don't care. How many times are you going to say I? And then the movie came out and it was... like, I can't take any of it seriously at all. I don't know. Does it bother you when people write nasty reviews? Well, you had a bad performance. You gotta take the criticism at face value. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not surprised that this has gone down this way. Is there a reason for that? Well, here we go. This is what is making the rounds, okay? We actually have this little section clipped out specifically on Twitter, and people are sharing it around. Dakota Johnson's on the failure of Madam Web need to be screamed from the rooftops, being seen by over 4.8 million people. Everybody's sucking her dry for this. Is the greatest saying that, oh, the camel is the horse made by committee is still true to this day. Dakota Johnson saying literally every actor and audience of viewers is saying nasty for nearly a decade now. Hope these bums wake up at the production studios and just know that it's worth it. Oh yeah, her acting wasn't the problem. Whoever wrote the script needed the work. She's not wrong. She's right. She was spot on. You absolute mongs. Here's what she had to say. It's so hard to get movies made. Based on the quality that's out there, I don't really know how difficult it is to get it made. And these big movies that get made. And even starting to happen with the little ones, which is what's really freaking me out. Decisions are being made by committees, and art does not do well when it is made by a committee. Films are made by a filmmaker and a team of artists around them. You cannot make art based on numbers and algorithms. My feeling has been for a long time that audiences are extremely smart, and executives have started to believe that they are not. Audiences will always be able to sniff out bullshit. Even if films start to be made with AI, humans aren't going to effing want to see those. But it was definitely an experience for me to make that movie. I'd never done anything like that before. I probably will never do anything like it again because I don't make sense in that world. I know that now. But sometimes in the industry, you sign on to something and it's one thing. And then when you're making it, it becomes a completely different thing. And you're like, wait, what? It was a real learning experience. And of course, it's not a nice part of something that's being ripped to shreds. But I can't say that I don't understand. So in a vacuum, there's nothing wrong with that statement. It accurately assesses the situation. Like several people have pointed out, it's like, yeah, that's what people have been saying for a long time. But I just have one simple question that will go ahead and be the metaphorical pinprick into this balloon. If Madam Web had been a success, if Madam Web by this point in time had broken $100 million at the worldwide box office, would she be singing this tune? I don't think so. He was the one who phoned in her performance. He was the one who was so ready to just continue to churn out schlock, the same schlock that she had for the previous work in her career. All those 50 Shades of Grey films, like, are they masterpieces? Was she a standout performer in those? Or was she just simply the basic bitch that the studio could go ahead and insert in there as just a blank character insert based on some old Twilight fan fiction? That's what it is, folks. You signed on to the project. We've seen it before with the rest of the Madam Web stuff. You fired your agent a week after that catastrophic trailer dropped because you thought you were going to be a part of one of the biggest sludge pipes in all of Hollywood. You were more than willing to do this stuff. It's just your choice resulted in one of the most hilarious box office bombs of all time. You were more than willing to make art based on numbers and algorithms. You're just mad because this is poorly reflecting on your career. I just did a video on how you disrespected your co-stars, how you distance yourself from everybody. Oh, that's just my personality. Yeah, I like to be alone. Yeah, I'm kind of an introverted person. But that doesn't come at the expense of basic human decency. I guess when you just strictly only care about yourself and you only want to appear likable for the furtherment of your own career, not for the health of the industry, not for the love of the art. You're going to be that, just unapologetically be that. Don't try to be something that you're not, okay? You say that, oh, the audience can sniff out bullshit. And well, I see so many clapping seals out there going, oh, she's saying the quiet part out loud. Oh, this is so great. We don't need no more studio meddling. Where was she saying this? Prior to the Madam Web. Where was she saying this? Anywhere prior. No. She just got caught with her hand in the metaphorical cookie jar, and instead of taking responsibility for her phoning in her performance, she waited for the water to get warm, stuck her toe in there, and realized, oh, okay, now everything's fine. Now that we're starting to see the bigger course correction that entertainment is going through, oh, now we can just go ahead and get rid of the same industry that was trying to prop up these moderately talented white women. Because let's keep it a buck, the entertainment industry has been moving deeper and deeper into the feminine imperative over the past, how many decades? 6 decades, trying to achieve reliable access to the disposable income that women have control over. Now that you're getting these flighty responses, now that you're seeing quote unquote art that's being created by these women that you wanted and needed to empower, this is what you're left with. Instead of making decisions, instead of making content, making art that is appealable to a lot of people based on its quality, you are simply trying to pigeonhole your product into a demographic that will never care about your project. But it's all wrapped in love and compassion. Then the moment that is no longer the most expeditious way to get your name out there, well, they will turn on you just like that. Exactly what Dakota Johnson is doing right now, trying to save face for her floundering career. I see it. So many other people are just all that willing to just bring people in because tradcucks, the simps, the people that call out, not all of them, but a vast majority of the people that try to call out the follies in Hollywood just want mainstream attention. They just want mainstream adulation. They just want to be brought into the club. Not me, though. I'm just here to tell the truth as best as I see it. And I see Dakota Johnson making comments like this, and I just see somebody that has licked their finger, seen where the wind is blowing, and is going in that direction. So tell your story, walking princess. Should have just laughed at the joke. Should have been like your co-star that you left on red, because she's making it out the other side a lot better than you're ever going to. Hopefully daddy can continue to pay the bills for you, because your career is probably not going to cash another check. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.